Oh, these newfangled shirts and their neck holes. I feel like I got the world's worst turtleneck on. Randall, that's a heck of a hat. Oh, well, it's New Year's Day. Or wait a minute, it's New Year's week. We haven't set our New Year's resolution. That's enough out of you, Randall. I need some coffee to get going. Coffee, it's like my blood. Keeps me going, baby. You know what this means. We're gonna have to do this. I hate when Christmas and New Year's are on the weekend. It always screws my schedule up and gets me all higgledy-biggly. But there's no time like the present to make a New Year's resolution, and because we're plumb out of coffee, and because we're to the point where we can't wake up without it, and we can't go to sleep without it, and we can't get in the shower without it, and we can't go to work without it, and we can't climb on the roof without it, but I guess we can because you can't really hold a hot cup of coffee when you're climbing a ladder. So unless you're getting on the roof of a doghouse, that's actually hazardous. We're going to give up coffee. But you know what? Me and Randall, wake up, little buddy. There you go. I'll put your helmet cover back on. Me and Randall still had a Dunkin' Donut gift card. And it was like, how are we going to quit coffee if we got to go into Dunkin' Donuts and buy crazy coffee and donuts and croissants and everything else? Well, we found a way to meet in the middle because Dunkin' Donuts actually is now branching out from just making coffee and fabulous creamers. They are now branching into the world of store-bought pastries. And before we start our New Year's resolution to give up coffee, we're going to try these out just so we don't get the urge to go in and ring up our charges on our Dunkin' Donut gift card. What happens to these things? You get so many gift cards at Christmas and they swipe them and then they just pile up back in the environment. I'd like to think that they'd like drop these in some slot somewhere and then it'd just like go to the linoleum floor business and they could just flip them over and make floors for women in high heels to walk around and clack on like horses. Clack, 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 clack. Anyways, we need all this coffee out of here. We need to get down to business and get on with our New Year resolution. Randall, baby, if you will. Oh, well, no, I'll just reach behind you. So, the aforementioned Dunkin' Donut Pop-Tart, frosted chocolate mocha. And you know we take every opportunity we can get to eat a Pop-Tart here at Ken Murph Do This. And we weren't going to miss out on some Dunkin' Donut Pop-Tarts. But these are actually chocolate mocha. It's like a fancy little cup of coffee with some whipped cream and some kind of powder on top. I'm wondering if it's going to be like a coffee flavored Pop-Tart. Other things greatly flavored by coffee. The kisses of my second wife, Susan. But her teeth were brown. Like, my philosophy with Susan's teeth is like they have with a drought in California. If they're brown, flush them down. Or floss them down. You don't want Susan in the bathroom just throwing her teeth down the drain. So we gotta see if this holds up or if it needs coffee to be truly, truly, truly amazing, as Jem said before us. Right, Randall? That's enough out of you. It's the best sidekick I've ever had. Anyways. We'll first give it a nice little sniff down. Chocolate mocha to me implies chocolate. For good reason. It's not a wild coinky dink. but there's not been great success here on Ken Murph Do This with chocolate Pop-Tarts. Chocolate would seem to be an easy thing to recreate. They are naturally and artificially flavored, but you'd figure that chocolate, you just put some cocoa powder in there. And maybe they do, but they find a good way to mess up every chocolate Pop-Tart. But we got to stay out of Dunkin' Donuts because we need to quit coffee. That's one of those resolutions like quitting smoking. It's very popular every New Year's. Now, as you can see, it has its usual ribbon of secondary frosting. It smells like just a regular chocolate Pop-Tart or any other chocolate Pop-Tart we've ever had, but let's see. No discernible taste yet. That does have a strong coffee flavor to it, which I'm not opposed to because not every Pop-Tart has to be for every Pop-Tart lover. You can make niche Pop-Tarts for just the coffee lovers around. It's almost like drinking a cup of chocolate mocha, which is appropriate given the name. I don't hate it. I can see myself eating these for breakfast. I'm going to set it aside and judge it against the others later, but I'm pleasantly surprised because I just expected the usual Pop-Tart chocolate dribble as opposed to the drizzle. Up next, Dunkin' Donuts Vanilla Latte Frosted Pop-Tarts. Now, I know a lot of folks out there like vanilla coffee. We do. We put our sugar-free French vanilla creamer all over our Smack cereal, all over our Raisin Bran. We drink it with our dinner, and then occasionally we'll put it in coffee. But we need to see what the Frosted Vanilla Latte Pop-Tart is all about. And this is, again, all in an effort to quit coffee and stay out of Dunkin' Donuts for a while. We'll be back. We just need to get right, because we're kind of hooked on the beans right now. Old Randall over here, I caught him the other day, he was like, num, 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 eating away on some beans. And I was like, Randy, baby, you're hooked on the beans. And he was like, don't judge me. Anyways. And on the back of the box with the usual Pop-Tarts comic strip, it says, no coffee breath, no spills. Maybe a few crumbs. So I guess they're trying to make it how these are better than actually having your cup of coffee, which I'm all for. Now the vanilla latte smell doesn't kick right out like the pumpkin pie Pop-Tart that's on our greatest hits list. Those are pungent. This has more of a subtle smell. I'm interested to see if this will be a lightly flavored Pop-Tart or if it'll be down and dirty like its cousin, the chocolate mocha. It'll get you through it a pinch. I'm not feeling much of a vanilla flavor. Like, I think about those cooking shows where they scrape the innards out of a vanilla bean. That's what I was thinking was going to smack me in the face when I bit into this. It's almost like a weak custard. Like baby's first pudding. Like a vanilla version of something like that. When you go vanilla latte, I think you like a lot of flavor in your coffee, and if this is supposed to be the pastry cousin of that, I'm just not feeling it. It's very, like, it's not even like a duplex vanilla cookie. Usually those will get you right in the kisser too, but this is almost like a pancake without any syrup on it. Not so good, Al. And to finish out our attempt to no longer go and drink coffee all day and have some kind of substitute for the pastries that we love and cannot avoid coffee with, there are cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts. And these aren't actually Dunkin' Donut branded, But man, I said I gotta try a cinnamon roll Pop-Tart. Because they'll get you too. You go and you have one, then you have another, and then you're like, oh, I gotta honor Princess Leia, so you stick 2 of them on the side of your head. And then after you eat those, you're like, well, 6 is half a dozen. And before you're out of there, you're like 492 pounds. And you've got Leia on a chain in a bikini next to you going, gum, 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 and you eat like a big, like, bullfrog. Anyways, nobody wants that. Unless you're on those BBW sites, big, beautiful women. Anyways, I digress. All women are beautiful to me. Oh, they have the flop tarts on the side of this. Barbecue banana. That doesn't sound bad. It sounds like bananas flambe. I would like banana flambe Pop-Tart. I have expensive taste, but I have a Pop-Tart budget. So come up with a baked Alaska Pop-Tart, and I'll just set it on fire before I eat it in the toaster. We always eat these things cold. Imagine that. They're meant to go in the toaster. You wouldn't know that by watching the show. Anyways. Oh, baby, that's got some cinnamon scent right off the bat. And I'm half expecting a little bit of the cinnamon Pop-Tart flavor. Like, yeah, I think they're apple cinnamon or they're just regular brown sugar and cinnamon Pop-Tart. That's kind of what my mind's eye sees, is a classed up version of that. As you can see, it's frosted properly. It's not frosted overall and then drizzled. It's just drizzled. So I'm thinking the innard is going to be mighty tasty. You want a bite of this, Randall? What do you think? That's enough. This one is not super moist, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It bites almost like a piece of toast. It's dry, but it's not awful, but it might draw me into a cup of coffee. I gotta tell you, that is probably the best Pop-Tart I've ever had. I don't know if it's the lack of the superfluous frosting or the drier, crumblier part of the Pop-Tart, but that is incredible. And believe me, Dunkin' Donuts is my favorite place. Me and my dad used to go there nearly every day. Nearly every day. But perhaps they should have came up with a French curler Pop-Tart, or perhaps they should have came up with a peanut donut Pop-Tart, because, I don't know. Pop-Tart should have just co-opted the cinnamon roll Pop-Tart and made it their own. I understand it's all about the coffee. That's where they make their money. Grading, since everybody's back to school from Christmas break, C-. That'll get you through in a pinch. It's not awful, but it's not a taste treat. It'll fill up your belly. That's your vanilla latte Pop-Tart. Coming in second place with a B+, your chocolate mocha Pop-Tart. Very coffee-rich flavor. So if you're an adult or you're a young kid that loves coffee, or if you're a senior that loves coffee, this one really comes in with the coffee flavor. This delivers. This one comes up short. But not even in the running is a Dunkin' Donut Pop-Tart. Your cinnamon roll, that's an A++. That's like somebody that tells you they got a 4.2 at Stanford and not like a 3.7 at ITT Tech or at the Cosmopolitan School of Beauty. That cinnamon roll Pop-Tart is no joke. You need to pick it up. But I've just suddenly realized, much like those two fellows in Brokeback Mountain, coffee, I can't quit you. I can't quit you. Oh, I need another New Year's resolution because we're right within the window to get one in, and I think me and Randall are going to go on a diet. That's right. Tune in all through the month of January as we try diet shakes, as we go to the bar for a light beer, and we find other new and exciting ways to stay so manly and so sexy, but to trim down and get a beautiful hit it, Randall! I always got to stop before the singing because it breaks my heart that Randall lost the ability to use his mouth in a peanut cracking exercise back when he was in the Peace Corps. Don't ask. Things you can ask about. Hey, how's it going? What videos are coming up? I'd like to request this. You can put that in the comment section below. If you like this video, like it. You can share it. Tell your friends. Randall needs new friends. It's me. It's Randall. It's the creamer. And sometimes I come in alone and it's like... I'm like, excuse me? And it's like... Then Randall runs off with the creamer bottle. And he comes back and it's empty. And he's washing his jersey. And he's just standing there with his animatronic chest exposed. It's all very frightening. Unless the camera's on. And then it's all very titillating. But anyways, go to our Facebook, Ken Murph Do This. Twitter and Instagram at Ken Murph Do This. Check out pictures of all the fun that goes on behind the scenes. And yeah, stay tuned. And don't forget, New Year, new beers. Check out all the beers that are new and exciting over at the bar. You can tune in every Saturday and see what's going on in our world. And we're trying to be better for you. For you. So stay tuned through the month of January as we work on our New Year resolution and clean up this mess, or just flip the table over and start anew. It's a new year. It's time for new things and new and exciting stuff. But for Randall, I'm Murph, and we will see you next time we do this.